Hey, how you doing? I'm Logan.
I'm Larry. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Tell me about this. What is this?
This is an A-26. Originally, it was a A-26 in World War II in 1944, and finished up its years in World War II. It became a plane in. It became a B-26 afterwards, redesignated as such in the Korean War. Then saw service in the beginning of the Vietnam War. Was modified from that original. There were 40 of these done to be used by the CIA and clandestine operations over in Laos, on the Ho Chi Minh Trail, flying out of Thailand. And for that reason, Thailand didn't want to be seen as flying bombers over Laos, so they redesignated it back to an A-26.
Oh, wow.
So this is an A-26 aircraft.
Wow. And
Douglas is the manufacturer.
Is this the kind of airplane that was in that Always movie?
Yes, it was.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this was backdrop. It's kind of weird you said that. The Always movie was flown as backdrop by Denny Lynch operation up in, he was a fire bomber outfit up in Montana.
Okay.
And he owned this aircraft.
Oh, wow.
So kind of a coincidence you mentioned that, yeah. So yeah, and
Can we take a look at the cockpit?
yeah, we certainly can. Yeah.
Let me get up.
Well, like I said, we've added, well, other than restoring, some of the gauges were incorrect. We've gotten all the correct ones. Everything is not only period to the aircraft, it's they're working. So, and the things that aren't period are for airworthiness, for flight safety. And that is like we had to take one little control panel out and add that Garmin 650 in there, and that gives him modern navigation and communications. And we've also given him a backup radio and an intercom system, and two indicators. There's two indicators I put in there that are modern, but I Velcroed some Vibra lights over them so they match the old ones. You know, we're trying to keep the plane with its original look. We found the original bomb sight, style bomb sight on there, and it's in place. It will come out for flight, but it's kind of unique. And we've added the insulation all the way around that was missing. Yeah, that's our engine we had to pull off, but we've gained some experience with that. We should be able to slap that back on a lot quicker than the original time and get this thing on the road here really quick.
Now, have you flown, or do you fly these?
I'm not a flyer, I'm a maintainer. Like I said, my background was avionics.
Okay.
Now it's a little everything. So
Yeah.
that's where we are out here. There ain't nobody anything really. We're all everything, and we've got it all working pretty good. We got the bomb bay doors working, and we put the pylons on. It's giving it a nice look. This airplane was stationed at England Air Force Base, Alexandria, Louisiana, and its job was to train and familiarize the pilots that went over. So every one of them that went over there had gone through this kind of training with this airplane. This was the last one off the on-mark line. So it's got like the lowest time. It was spared from everything because of it. That's why we call it Special K. The model designation on this aircraft was the B-26K, and so it's a K model.
Okay.
When they redesignated an attack airplane again, they called it an A-26A. That was in its final name that the Air Force gave it. But as a K model, we've kept that because that's very special. And this one is Special K because of its unique history that it's had. We're here in the Vintage Flying Museum in Fort Worth, Texas, off of Main Street at Meacham Airport, and we're here on Saturdays, and so come and see us on any time. We'd love to have people come down, help us out, volunteer, contribute.